Alright, I'm gonna let y'all know right now, just like the video I made last night with the Izzy and Cam's that video, there's a different shift in energy going on with Izzy going into this fight week. I'm gonna say this right now, and I might be right, I might be wrong, but Izzy, my nigga Izzy, he about to rewind the clock on y'all niggas. But hey, it's your boy DHP, and y'all know the rest, man. And hey, so welcome into my UFC Fight Night Seattle preview show. Izzy, aka, well, Israel Adesanya, aka Izzy, versus Joe Pyfer. Yeah, man. Izzy, hey, it's Izzy fight week, so y'all know what that means, boy. Hopefully he, you know, just like how he said in the interview, you know, a couple months ago or whatever, he knows. Well, let me get this out of the way, because half of y'all niggas already seen the video that I made last night. But before, you know, he talked about he wanted to fight more freely. He hasn't fought his recent fights like himself. But now, you know, what we know about Cam Zat, I think Izzy is more motivated than ever to potentially get back to a title shot. So, and for those that watched the video last night, I did say that it changed my opinion going into my preview with this fight. So, without further ado, I'm talking. Hey, come on, Sylvester. Boy, this cat right here, boy. I'm gonna go over the main card, and then we're just gonna talk about mainly this preview. We're gonna just talk about Izzy and Joe Pyfer in the co-main event, because I definitely want to talk a little bit more about the ladies. So Israel Adesanya, Joe Pyfer is the main event. Alexa Grasso, Macy Barber, the co-main event. Michael Chiesa and Nico Price. I think this is Michael Chiesa's retirement fight, because he is from the area. Ain't he even like Spokane, Washington, or something like that? So I'm pretty sure this is his retirement fight. But so he got Nico Price. Then we got Julian Rosa versus Liren Douglas. We got Masoud Abdul Malik versus Yusiri Bogari. And then we got Terrence McKinney versus Kyle Nelson. We're not really going to talk about this fight on the previous show, but that's a sleeper fight. Because Terrence McKinney, tell you the truth, I might have a separate video on Terrence McKinney in the near future. Because I really think he can be, not that he's a championship level fighter, but I really think he can honestly be a top 10 like journeyman type fighter. You know what I mean? He's got to put the pieces together. And then Kyle Nelson, he's no slouch. So that potentially could be sleeper fight of the night right there. But back to the main topic at hand, Izzy and Joe Pyfer. This fight is very interesting for two reasons. One, you know, we already got the Cam's ass shit out the way, right? So I feel like I'm gonna take that. I'm not gonna take that in consideration, because I think there's some new motivation fire coming out of Izzy going into this week. But, you know, if you take that shit out of the equation, Izzy, right? Do Izzy, a nigga like Joe Pyfer, I feel like, and I said this before, prime Izzy would beat somebody like Joe Pyfer. 10 times out of 10, prime Izzy would beat somebody like Joe Pyfer. Especially that Joe Pyfer is still green. Like, Joe Pyfer is still not a polished fighter. But Izzy, over the years, as he gotten older, like within like the past like 3 years or so, Izzy has taken a step back. And it's really not fair to Izzy, because if you really look at it, if you go back and look at them fights with DDP, now the Sean Strickland fight, I said this, what I said in the video last night, I believe, that Sean Strickland fight, that was just on some Anderson Silva shit, when Anderson just got bored and, you know, he fucked around and he found out with Chris Weidman. It was kind of like that. It was something going on with Izzy during that Sean Strickland fight. I'm like, I don't even think Izzy really, either Izzy, there was something going on physically with Izzy, or Izzy wasn't really taking Sean Strickland serious. And Sean, you know, he caught, you know, that was his Chris Weidman moment type shit. Not necessarily with, like, you know, obviously Izzy didn't really break anything in the fight, but you know what I mean. He just caught lightning in the bottle for that fight. Almost like, kind of like Cody Garbrandt, because Cody only took the belt beat the shit out of Dom, took the belt, and then, he defended the belt against TJ. Whether or not y'all niggas thought TJ cheated, Cody only won the belt off of Dom and then never successfully defended it against anybody else. So he was basically another one and done champ. But Izzy wasn't his best self against Sean. But my main point is the DDP fight and the Nasruddin Imam fight. Izzy, he still looked like a little bit of prime Izzy. It was just that extra little bit, where prime Izzy would have dusted off DDP and Nasruddin Imam. It's like he's taking that step off of his speed, his precision, and his timing. If you break it down into categories, stylistically, Joe Pyfer, he's going to have a hard time trying to read through Izzy, because Izzy likes to stay on the outside and just kickbox. Mind you, niggas like Izzy and Alex Pereira, they come from Glory Kickboxing, and this is what niggas do. So Izzy, he like to stay on the outside and kickbox you at a range. He's going to and that's one of the things I want to see if Joe Pyfer can decipher, no pun intended, you know what I mean? Hey, that's a bar right there. But I want to see if Joe Pyfer can decipher Izzy's game plan, because Izzy, not only is he going to kickbox him with nice level changes, body work, and possibly back up to the head, but to start off the fights, if y'all notice, y'all pay attention to Izzy, how he fight. Every fight, he start off leg kicking the shit out of you, whether it's the low kick, the calf kick, or the inside calf kick. Joe Pyfer, in order for him to beat Izzy in this fight, not only do he have to be faster than him if they exchange in the pocket, but Joe Pyfer, he's gonna have to get through those leg kicks. So he basically gonna have to. He cannot fight Izzy at a range. I mean, that's pretty much the obvious analysis going into this fight, because that's what Izzy do. If you let Izzy stay on the outside and control the striking range from his vantage point on the outside, it's gonna be a long day for you. Ask Paulo Costa, So Joe Pyfer, he's definitely gonna have to fight on the inside. Izzy, striking wise, Izzy is a way better striker than Joe Pyfer on a technical level, and even just on a basic level. Boxing wise, Izzy is still a better striker than Joe Pyfer. Joe Pyfer, he's not, and go back to what I'm saying, he's green. So prime Izzy would dust off Joe Pyfer, but like I keep saying, Izzy has lost a step. It's only natural, it's sports evolution. Now, what's gonna be interesting if Joe Pyfer wants to start grappling. Now, Izzy, throughout his prime run, Izzy takedown defense has been out of this world. Like, if we go back and look at the percentages on Izzy's doing his prime run, not only his prime run, but on his way up to get the title, Izzy takedown percentages is probably up there with Jose Aldo. I'm pretty sure Izzy's percentages is really up there. Like, his takedown defense is phenomenal. And it took, when the last time Izzy got taken down? Fucking was it the Alex Pereira fight? Because it was the Alex Pereira fight was the first time we seen this nigga get taken down, and then obviously the DDP fight. So Izzy takedown defense is like that. Now, Joe Pyfer, I will say, Joe Pyfer is stronger than Izzy. So if they do, get the grappling and they get the exchanging in the clinch, if Joe Pyfer wants to try to wear him out, push him against the cage and clinch him up and try to wear him out, that would probably be Joe Pyfer's success right there. Just all he got to do is just stop Izzy from what he like to do and just wear him out. But Izzy do got cardio now. Now, Izzy's cardio is not in question. Like, his cardio is still one of the best cardio in middleweight. The question is his striking speed. His striking speed and the timing of when he throws. Because one of the best attributes about Izzy was he was just so lightning quick. Like, his position was on one. His accuracy was on one. And to go along with it was his speed of his hands and his kicks. But I feel like I'm gonna go ahead and say it. Izzy gonna win this fight. He's gonna rebound and he gonna win this fight because I just don't see, unless Joe Pyfer, you know, either A, just faster than Izzy when they exchange in the pocket, or he catch him on a nice counter and he rocks him. Because Izzy's chin is not the same. Izzy, that's one of the things about Izzy, current Izzy. Izzy chin is not the same, and it's obvious. It's the most natural thing as you get older, right? Joe Pyfer got some power to him. So if anybody could really hurt Izzy, it would be Joe Pyfer. I tell you the truth, I'm saying this now, but I also can see where it could be exactly like the Nasruddin Imov fight, where just, you know, Izzy hanging around, he getting the better of Joe Pyfer. Then out of the blue comes second round, and you know he hurts Izzy, rock him, and you put his lights out, or TKO finishes. You know what I mean? But I don't see how Joe Pyfer can really win this fight. For Izzy is just a better overall fighter. Unless Joe get to the fight on the ground, I don't see it. So Izzy, I'm picking my boy Izzy to rebound, and we might get back in title relevancy. For those that didn't see my video last night, go check it out. I explained it all, which is why I think Izzy's gonna rewind the clock. Because if he wins this fight this weekend, this probably be the last time we see Izzy in title relevancy. I swear to God. But yeah, I got Izzy for the dub. I'm gonna say, I really don't see it finished though, because Joe Pyfer is he's green, but he's durable. Like I don't see Joe Pyfer really getting finished by Izzy at this point. I think Izzy's just gonna have he's gonna put on a striking masterclass where he's gonna show, like, yeah, you the next hot commodity prospect, and I'm the UFC vet that's kind of on his way out, but I'm still that nigga. You know what I mean? There's levels to this shit. So that, I think that's what's gonna happen. I got Izzy in a 5-round unanimous decision. The co-main event: Alexa Grasso and Maycee Barber. Y'all go back to the video. Also, go back to the women's MMA video I just had, because truth be told, it's low key. It's a must win for both of them for different reasons. Like I said, but this fight in particular, I want to say Maycee Barber can actually win this fight. She should win this fight because her grappling is too dominant. Maycee, when Maycee does her shit on the ground, she is too dominant. Alexa has better striking, no doubt. Like, if the fight, there's no other way to put it. If the fight stays standing, I think Alexa can handle Maycee Barber with ease. But if the fight gets to the ground, now Alexa do got some BJJ. Now, it's not the best in women's MMA, but she do got some BJJ. So it'd be interesting to see how her bottom game is against Maycee Barber. But Maycee, which is why I was so intrigued with Maycee and Erin Blanchfield, because both of the ladies are dominant ground fighters. Hey, Sylvester, come on now. They're both dominant grappler fighters. So when you get somebody like that, it's one or two things. It's going to be like the Marty Usman and Kobe Covington fight, where the rest will cancel out and, they just stand there and strike, or they just say, fuck it, we want to see who the better grappler, who the better wrestler, and somebody going to get out wrestled. Or, or it could be like, it's kind of neck and neck, but at the end, somebody get the better of it, like the Aljo and Movsar Evlov fight. Like, Movsar Evlov and Aljo, that fight was like low-key neck and neck with the grappling, but Movsar, he out-grappled Aljo at the end. He was able, to squeeze out the W. This fight in particular, Maycee Barber and Alexa Grasso, I'm gonna say Maycee Barber. Because unless Alexa can stop the takedowns and keep the fight standing, or she catch Maycee Barber in a choke on the ground, or like in a triangle, I think Alexa ain't gonna. And we seen it in the Valentina fight. Macy is too dominant on the ground for Alexa just to have her way. You know what I mean? So I expect Macy. I expect the first round. This is how the first round will go. Macy gonna try it out, right? Because for some reason, this how this shit always is in today's UFC. I would not be surprised if the first round, you know, Macy tries to stand there with Alexa, and Alexa just pieces her up, right? Boxing at her range, because Alexa is a good boxer. For women's MMA, Alexa boxing is one of the best, not the best, or not. My personal opinion, it's not even like top 5 best, but it's good. It's good boxer for women's MMA. I can see the first round going, Macy try to stand up with her, Alexa piece her up, and then the second and third round, Macy does what she does, and that's get the fight to the ground and just dominate her. Macy got her top game is too dominant and yes, Alexa, her BJJ is decent, but Macy is just too damn dominant. I can see this going one or two ways. Either Macy stops Alexa Grasso with some TKO strikes, or it's just a dominant 3-round unanimous decision. But and then with that, if Macy Barber wins, you tell you the truth, we gonna talk about it more on Monday. Cause either there's a lot of ways you can go with this shit. Cause like I said, Valentina, there's only so many of these women that could get to Valentina at this point, because Valentina done cleared everybody out. So you either rebook. If she was to win this fight, I feel like if Alexa win, I think they're gonna go ahead and do the 4th fight with Valentina. If Macy Barber win, I think what they're gonna do, and like I said, we're gonna talk about it more on Monday, but I think they're gonna do is just rebook the Aaron Blanchfield fight. But yeah, man. Let me see what's on the prelims. Who's on the prelims? Ignacio Bahamondes. Hey, that's my guy right there, boy. That's my guy, Ignacio. I've been saying it. What I be saying for those that been paying attention to my videos? What I be saying? There's a lot of killers at lightweight that's not even ranked. Ignacio Bahamondes, this nigga is a fucking killer, boy. I'm telling you, a killer. Then you got Chase Hooper and Lance Gibson Jr. Ooh. I ain't gonna lie to you, Lance is one of those where he got potential, but for some reason he come up short. So Chase Hooper should win that. Then you got Marcin Tiberiu and Terrell Fortune, Casey O'Neill on this card. Then we got Navio Sterling or Bruno Lopez, and then Ricky Samoa. Tell you the truth, besides, I ain't gonna lie to you, besides Izzy, Joe Pyfer, Alexa Grasso, Macy Barber, half of the prelim card is better than the main card, to be quite honest. Like Ignacio Bahamondes and Tofik Masaev. You got Chase Harper, Lance Gibson Jr., Marcin Tiberiu, and Terrell Fortune, Casey O'Neill, and Gabriela Fernandez. Then you got Navio Sterling versus Bruno Lopez. I would have put Navio Sterling and Bruno Lopez, Ignacio Bahamondes, and Tofik Masaev, and Chase Hooper, Lance Gibson on the main card. And I would have took out Michael Chiesa, Nico Price, Julian Rosa, and Larian Douglas, and Masir Abdul Malik and Yosiri. I would have took them niggas off the main card and put them on the prelims. Prelim looking stacked. If y'all bet on the fights, y'all may have a good time with the prelims, because the prelims is looking stacked. Prelims looking more stacked than their main card. But yeah, man, that's my UFC Seattle preview show. One more night of sleep, and then we gonna see. You know, Izzy. I'm low key. I'm low key very excited, because I'm very, very interested to see if Izzy can, you know, if he could really truly rewind the clock. Now, like I said in the video last night, you know, he still may end up losing again to DDP, Sean Strickland, or Nazardine, but just this one last time, bro, I just want to see just one last legendary performance out of Izzy. But, you know, with that being said, this is the official UFC Seattle Fight Night preview show. Until the review show, Saturday evening or Sunday morning, I'm gonna holler at y'all niggas later, man.